The story
Situated close
begins in
to
the
their
early
assigned installations,
1940s as
163s
the
were kept in
Luftwaffe
constant
faced
readiness,
overwhelming
sometimes with
Allied
their
bomber
pilots even waiting in the
formations.
cockpit for the call to
Act
arms.
1
By
introduces
the end of
Alexander
1944,
Lippisch,
over
the brilliant
230 Comets had been
aerodynamicist,
produced, and
and
many of these
Helmuth
were already
Walter,
on active
the
duty.
rocket engine pioneer. Together, they unleashed the Messerschmitt
The problem the Luftwaffe's
ME-163
conventional
Comet,
interceptors faced
the
in
first
combating
and
American
only
bomber formations,
rocket-powered
was
interceptor
accurately predicting
ever to see
where and when they were
operational
going to
service.
strike.
This
And even when they
act
guessed
delves
correctly,
into the
it could
illegal
take half an hour
chemistry
to
of
get
its
there,
propulsion,
by which time the
C
damage was
Stoff,
done.
hydrazine hydrate, and T Stoff, highly
The Comet had no such
concentrated
problem.
hydrogen peroxide.
Like a spider in
These
its
two
web,
clear,
it just
colorless
sat,
liquids
waiting for the drone of the
spontaneously
B-17s.
ignited on contact, creating immense thrust. The catch? Both were incredibly corrosive. A small spill on the
go
tarmac
signal,
could
everything
dissolve a
happened very
mechanic's boot.
Within
Or
3
worse,
minutes,
the
they could be
pilot's
at over
body if
30,000
the plane
feet,
crashed.
with several minutes of fuel
We
left to use in
explored a
attacking the
desperate
bombers.
race to build this radical aircraft, a symbol of Germany's technological brilliance and its disregard for human cost. The terrifying reality of flying the Comet. With an astonishing climb rate of over 50 meters per second, it could shoot up to bomber altitudes in mere minutes. But its powered flight lasted a mere 8 minutes.
The Comet's great speed
After
and
that,
small size
it became
made
a
it an impossible
high-speed
target for
glider,
American gunners.
a target
By the
for
same
Allied
token, their
fighters
speed
as
worked
it
against them,
descended silently
because
back
163
to
pilots
Earth.
actually had difficulty
This act
training their own
highlights
cannon
the
on the
illegal
aircraft they
tactics
stalked.
of the Comet. Its speed was
The
so
30mm
immense
gun
that
fired so
pilots
slow
often overshot
that
their
if you were
targets,
out of
and the
phase,
volatile
a
fuel
B-17
meant
could
even a
fly between
slight
the
bullet
bullets,
hit
just like
could
you
turn the
shoot
plane
a
into a
machine gun through the
fireball.
propeller.
We
Once
follow
this
the
lightning attack was
experiences
finished,
of the elite
Comet pilots faced the most
Staffel
dangerous
pilots
part of the mission,
who faced the
the
moral
gliding
dilemma
descent back
of
to base.
flying a craft that was
Without
as
power,
likely to
they had only one
explode on
chance to
takeoff
land
or
safely.
landing due
And
to
in
a
the process
fuel
of getting
leak
down, they
as
were
it was to be
defenseless against
shot
prowling
down
Allied
by an
fighters.
enemy. By late 1944, the ME-163 Comet had earned a terrifying reputation, not among the
bomber
Allies,
formation came
but
in
among
with
its
fighter
own
escorts.
ground crews.
And
The
though there
plane
was no
featured
safe
a
level
radical,
anymore, now
illegal
when you came
engineering
down,
choice
to the
for its
airport
landing
and
system.
You set up a pattern
To
and
save
you go
weight,
back to
it had
pattern
no
speed,
traditional
say
landing gear.
at 5,000
It dropped
feet,
its
you come over
wheels
the
on
field
takeoff
and you
and
slow the
attempted
aircraft
to
down
land
and try
on a
to land.
retractable steel skid.
You are easy
If the
prey
skid
for
didn't deploy
fighter pilots who
perfectly,
just wait
or
outside
if a
the
single
airport
drop
and
of
wait
the
till you come
volatile
back.
T-Stoff fuel
But their
remained
effect on
in
the
the
fortunes
tanks
of war,
during a
like
rough
all the
landing,
German wonder
the
weapons,
plane would
was too little
instantly
and too late.
vaporize. There are
By then, the Third
gruesome,
Reich was far too
declassified
enveloped by
accounts
defeat's
of
embrace
dissolving
for anything to
pilots,
save it.
incidents where fuel tank leaks during crashes literally dissolved the pilots alive inside the cockpit before rescuers could even reach the wreckage. The Comet was a logistical nightmare that the crumbling Third Reich simply could not sustain. Production was forced into ghost factories, damp, dark salt mines, and underground tunnels hidden from Allied bombers. The specialized rocket fuel required more resources to produce than standard aviation gas, and the Walter rocket engines were so complex they often exploded during their very first test run. It was a superplane that arrived as a technological masterpiece, but in reality, it served as a sophisticated death trap for the elite pilots assigned to fly it. As the war ended in 1945, the Allied powers didn't see a failed weapon. They saw a blueprint for the future. Operation Lusty, U.S. and Soviet intelligence teams scrambled to capture intact ME-163s and their rocket engines in a race for secret seizure. The comet's radical
The comet never came
aerodynamic
close to
design,
altering the course of the
tailless
war.
swept wing,
But in many other ways,
directly
Lippish's brilliant
influenced the
design did have
supersonic
a tremendous
research
effect
of the
on the course of
1950s.
aviation history and
The
modern life
illegal
itself.
chemistry of its rocket fuel became the foundation for early missile programs and the experimental X-planes that would eventually break the sound barrier. Today, the few surviving comets sit in museums, looking small and almost toy-like, masking the fact that they were once the most dangerous objects in the sky. They remain chilling symbols of a regime willing to weaponize science to the point of self-destruction. The rocket demon never won the war, but it shattered the existing laws of physics, leaving behind a liquid fire and a legacy of technological terror that paved the way for the space age.